Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this video will explain station models. And station models are a way of describing the weather using symbols instead of writing out a whole paragraph. Okay. Station models are just a circle. We start with a circle. Just draw that. Okay. Inside the circle is cloud cover. Okay. If you have a circle that's fully covered, that means cloudy skies or overcast. If you have a circle that is 3/4 filled in, that means mostly cloudy. If you have, and sometimes people will describe it differently. If you have it half filled or a quarter filled, you can just describe that as partly cloudy. There's also ones that you will may see. It may look like a circle with a line in it. That means few clouds or high cirrus clouds or whatever. Sometimes if the sky is obscured, it will be an X. Obscured meaning they can't see the clouds, but they know they're there. Alright, so that is cloud cover. Other things that we will see on a station model that you will be responsible for knowing. In the top left is temperature, usually in degrees Fahrenheit. So degrees Fahrenheit. In the bottom left is the dew point temperature. That's the temperature at which clouds will form. We'll talk more about that later. And in the middle between those two is any types of weather, either rain, snow, hail, tornadoes, whatever. The top right is the atmospheric pressure. And below that is the pressure tendency. Is it rising or is it falling? I'm going to go over all of these in more detail. I think that's how you spell tendency. Okay. So keep that in your brain while we go on to the next slide here. Okay. Some examples of weather, and again I will abbreviate it. You'll see me do this in class. WX. Don't ask me why it's like that, but it is. Okay, and these are symbols that you will need to know. Rain, 2 dots. If it's heavy rain, then maybe 3 dots or 4. Snow, stars, looks like that. Fog, 3 lines. Thunderstorm, looks like this. A thunderstorm with rain, looks like that. If now Jim Cantor in the Weather Channel gets super excited over this stuff, but if there is thunder snow, looks like that. Lightning, if you just have lightning without a storm, looks like that. And a severe thunderstorm looks like that. And we'll go over what a severe thunderstorm means, the criteria, later in the course. These are the very basic symbols that you will need to know. There are others, and I will show you a web page that can give you a little bit more detail. Okay, for clouds, like this, we already went over clouds, so we can skip that part, so disregard that. It's going to, wind. on a station model, we should know our compass directions. Up is north, south, east, west. If the wind direction is out of the northeast, the line we pointed in that direction. If it's pointed out of the north, it is that direction. Northwest, west, southwest, south, southeast, and east. Okay? Those directions you need to know. Now, as far as wind speeds, for speed, for 5 knots, you have a wind bar, a small line not at the edge. 5 knots is not that. Okay? Why do you ask? Because 10 knots is that. If you draw this for 5, I will mark it wrong because that tells me that you mean 10 knots. For 15, it'll look like that. One long, one short. You just add them up. 10 plus 5. 20, 10, 20, 5. Okay? You go all the way up, say if you have 45, 10, 20, 30, 45. Okay? For 50, however, is a triangle. Looks like something like that. For 55, it is a triangle with that. And so on and so forth. Okay? For pressure, pressure is usually always expressed in millibars. That's the metric unit for millibars. We know 1,013 millibars is standard atmospheric pressure. This is how you would write it on a station model. You would drop the 1, so you would read 0, 1, 3. Okay? Sometimes you may see it written as just simply 1, 3. If it's written like that, you put a 10 in front of the number so you know it's 1,013. If, for instance, the number is 98, 1,098, that's extremely high pressure. That will probably not ever happen at the surface. In this case, you'd put a 9, so it would read 998 millibars. If, say, it's noted that the temperature is falling over the past hour, you draw a line down and to the left. Oh, sorry, down and to the right. If it is rising, draw it up to the right. That is the basics of a station model. We want an example. Say we have a temperature of 75 degrees with a dew point temperature of 70 degrees under cloudy skies, and say it's raining. Winds are let's say northeast at 10 miles per hour, and the pressure is 997 millibars and has been falling. First thing you do is draw a circle. It's cloudy, so we want to fill it in just like that. Cloudy, 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 cloudy. 75 degrees, 70. It's raining, 2 dots. Temperature 97 and it's falling. Winds northeast at 10. That is a very basic station model that you will be responsible for knowing. There will be homework assignments for this. We'll practice more in class. If you have any questions, please let me know.